Namaskar everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have Nastya akka from Latvia, right? Yes. So I'll give to akka to share her experience.
Hi everyone. So I have this Anna. Met him volunteering here in yoga center. We just met yesterday, but it feels like it was already a very long time. Yes. So
Could you tell a bit about yourself?
Yes. So my name is Nastya. I'm 24 years old and I come from Latvia. Latvia is in Eastern Europe. Initially, I heard about Sadhguru when I was in New York. I lived there for something like 7 years because I work as a model. So New York was my home for a long time. So back then, as soon as I heard about Sadhguru, I watched one video. I thought,
That's the first time you saw Sadhguru.
I saw his video. Yeah,
Okay.
My friend, another model, she was watching him when
okay.
we were living together.
Oh, Sadhguru is famous among us.
So she was watching it, and I saw it, and I was like, okay. So I sat with her on the sofa, and we watched together. And ever since, every day we were watching because something else you learn, something else it's like your eyes are opening more and more and more and more. So after that, I read Inner Engineering book. You read it also?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys also read it.
Yes.
Nice book.
Inner Engineering book was, for me, it was a game changer. I think it was the last book. If you ask me, one of the most powerful books you read, it would be Inner Engineering for sure. So I read it, and I didn't know that you can also go to a program, because in the book he's talking about something, but he doesn't say how to do it. He only says that it's something that you can experience. So I was like, okay, so how do you do it? How do you do that? So I googled Inner Engineering New York, and there was a program in 2 months.
Oh, okay.
So while waiting for 2 months, I took some Hatha yoga classes because they were available. So I was doing Hatha yoga every day. But the first day I've done Hatha yoga from
Which program akka?
Yogasanas. It's called Yogasanas, from a local teacher there. The first time I did Yogasanas, I felt like I'm not walking, I'm flying.
Oh.
So I was going to my job. This day I had a fashion show. It was some special show outside on the riverside of New York. So I came there and everyone asking me, what's up with you? And I'm like, no, nothing. And I was like, oh, like this. And it was only like 1 or 2 days I did yogasanas.
Okay. That energy you felt.
So it was, yes, because the body felt so light, but at the same time, so, sometimes you have you slept not well, you have this ache, that ache. That day I had no discomfort in the body. Because usually I have to wear a lot of high heels, travel, a lot of flying. So all this gives a lot of pains to my body. Airplane, 6 hours, and after that you need to recover. Jet lag. You recover for 1 week. Now I don't even feel jet lag. I'm like, okay, yogasanas. Well, in the play I only do upa yoga because you sit tight, right? So you cannot do that side, but up you can. Yeah. So I waited for my Inner Engineering. You're not in the camera so much. Come closer. Yeah. So after my Inner Engineering, should I speak to you or to them?
Yeah, both.
Both.
Both
We are all together here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So already coming to Inner Engineering, I felt like so much has happened with Hatha yoga. So many things changed, how my body feel, how my emotions are so hyper all the time. I have so much positive energy, and also I'm never tired anymore. Never, I can do 3 times more than before and I'm not tired. And I have not done Inner Engineering yet. So I was so excited, what is Inner Engineering gonna do? So I came to the program. The way they set up the hall and everything is already giving you that sense that something so special is going to happen and you have no idea what it is. So I sat. It was completion program. It was
Okay.
1 day. Yeah. That 1 day it went this fast. And when I came out, I thought that, how you you walk in and you come out not the same person anymore. Yeah, it's just like somebody took my software, upgraded it like 10 times more, and I come out and I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? Like, I felt like I'm born again or something. And in such a beautiful way, like you can already, if you're really in the program in the first day, if you really pay attention to what he's saying, right? How like every small word matters. Like if you're really there and you're willing to receive something new, it can already like transform you in the day one. And that's like how I felt, because I was so waiting for this inner engineering. I was so curious, so I went out of sheer curiosity, and so started the practice. And after 3 days of practice, I had so much energy.
More energy.
Even more. So all of my agents, everybody I work with, like I thought they became different, but in fact it's me who became different. So I felt like it's so much easier to work with people and do things that I did before now, because I have this whole experience of like this great feeling. All the things that were difficult before now became effortless. I just do everything, whatever like I have to do for my work or daily life, and it doesn't upset me. So whatever, let's say, happens, usually I would just get so stressed, or I would get so annoyed, especially in New York. Have you been to New York? No. Okay.
I have the stamp visa, but I haven't been to.
So you should use it and go, but at least once. It's a cool city, but there's so many people and everybody's so in a rush, so they're always pushing you on the street. But I guess in India it's everywhere like that. So in Latvia we only have 2 million people. That's why for me it was like, so in New York, even when I walked down the street, I felt like, please. But after I realized like I'm not getting stressed anymore, and I'm not getting annoyed. Yeah, so this one thing is stopped, and in 2 weeks it's gonna be 1 year since I did inner engineering. I think I only got annoyed few times this year, and this is like a big
Yes.
a big yes. No, honestly, because I think that's the common problem you face, right? Like when people are in a bad mood, everyone is in a bad mood around. Yeah. So what else?
So anything about, like, you tell them, your friends or your followers on Instagram, something you like to?
Yeah, so definitely I think like inner engineering is one thing about it. It's working no matter if we want it to work or we don't want it to work, or do we understand how it works or no. It's just simply working. So it's something that works, and something that wherever you are in your life, let's say whatever you do, if you study, you work, or you don't want to work, or you are mother, anything, from that moment inner engineering takes you to the next level. It's like, like in computer games, it's like boosting yourself like x thousand times. So if you just really want to experience like a sense of empowerment, like really, it's such a, this word is a little bit like lame, but really it is how you feel. Empowerment. It's like you are like, with a big S on your chest, like almost Supermodel.
Does it say supermodel?
Yeah, from model to supermodel, and then from man to superman you can go, and whatever you are, you just become super in that, if you really wish to go through it. Because there is some commitment. For 40 days you have to do it twice a day. So yeah, that's the only thing that you have to. For me it was already easier because I did hatha yoga. So for hatha yoga you also have to do it twice a day.
Any specific physical benefits you found?
From hatha or both? Of course, so many. Like first of all, I wake up so early. I would be the person who sleeps until 1. And if
1 PM.
You pour water on me and I still sleep. I'm not. If I don't have to go anywhere, I still sleep. And then now I can wake up at 5, easy. I'm not tired. Secondly, So no aches, no stomach ache, headache, pain ache, neck, nothing aches anymore. I'm like, what this body became? It just doesn't ache anymore. And then another thing is my whole immune system became so good. I don't get sick anymore, because from all this modeling, traveling, you always have, like, let's say, makeup in your face, so the brush sometimes is from somebody else's face, and you can get a lot of fevers, so it's very common. I don't think I was sick this year at all. So if you guys are getting sick easily, that's another thing. Another thing is I was so hyperactive. I could not sit for 1 minute without doing anything. I'm like, give me something to do. I have to go somewhere. I have to run somewhere, travel somewhere. Now, like, I feel a lot of energy, but it's very calm energy. Like, it makes you relax. So, like, whatever you do, right, like any exercise, any activity, you're doing it really, you have energy to do it, but inside you're so calm, you're just so focused and concentrated, and I don't know, like, your brain just functions differently. You can do anything, and sometimes, like, if you have short time to do something, you just worry, and I was the kind of person, I just worry that I cannot make it, and in the end, like, I'm so stressed out that I cannot complete this one task. Like, now, even in the extreme conditions, you can do it. Also, another thing, sometimes we have shootings, like for summer clothes, we shoot it outside. In December, in a cold country, so we have
the cold country.
Yes,
Summer shooting, huh?
I mean in India, because you're like, okay, in India it's always warm. But if you go, for example, that was in Japan. In December in Japan, it was like not too cold, but sometimes there's even rain or something. And I have to wear this like one dress and take a nice picture. So before, I would just always freeze or shake, and the picture is not good because I'm so. Yes, like, how can you take you are blue because you're cold, how can you take a good picture? And now I'm not cold. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I come out and I don't feel cold. It's really strange, but like, it's I feel like you can maybe adjust your body easier.
An internal heater inside.
Maybe. So you can adjust your temperature. Maybe it's too hot, you
become cold.
No,
it works for me.
It works?
Some people around me are feeling sweating. They're saying it's very hot. I feel okay. It's pleasant climate. It's not.
Yeah.
So I think the body has. For me, it is. I don't know for everyone. Like, it has a mechanism of adjusting to the situations around. It's the climate around.
It should, right? It for sure.
It should. It's the complicated equipment in the planet. It should be able to do this.
It's the most complicated, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, I think it's such a complicated that we probably don't know all this capabilities.
You don't have the user's manual like Sadhguru says.
Yeah, exactly. So I think with inner engineering, you can explore all the aspects what your body can do, and sometimes you're like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
My body can do this. And as you keep up the practice, more things happen and open up. And sometimes I can just sit and like look at something. And I don't know how much time left. Like, it's like a little like meditative state. So you just sit there, and so many things you almost like realize yourself. If you need to know something, you don't need to go and ask anyone or read a book or ask advice. You somehow find it inside. Yeah, you just take a moment, you think about it, and your inner like intellect, it just tells you it's that, and you're so sure about it. Okay, so I know by myself. And for me, this is the most profound thing out of the whole Isha yoga programs. Then I took the other ones, the Bhava Spandana and Shunya. This is another story, right? Yeah, but in general, like what Sadhguru offers is that by yourself you can figure out everything in your life and do anything that you want. And he just gives you the tools for that. And if you really a little committed to learn, you can learn that. And this is like, now I came from Latvia again, so for me it's 26-hour flight every time. Yeah, Yeah. So because we don't have ashram in Europe, we in India there is yoga center. No,
We
it's
have
only
local
one.
the
Oh.
foundation is only one, but local centers where we can volunteer. And
Okay.
stuff.
That's nice. So you can be
Yeah, we get
connected.
connected with Sadhguru.
Nice, yeah. So for me, the only way is to go here or in US ashram. So that's where I go sometimes. Also, there is a very beautiful ashram in Tennessee, in the Isha Institute of Inner Science. It's called. And if you're, let's say, if you're in Europe or in Canada or America, that would be so much easier to go for you there. And very, very beautiful program hall where it happens. They have waterfalls, they have mountains, hiking. It's such a beautiful nature there. So it's like spending a time for a program there. It's like taking a vacation almost. It's incredible. Also, this place, like there's
Yes, we have Adi Yogi.
yeah, Adi Yogi. Yeah, it's also the same as this is like such a magical yoga center. Like you enter and you think you are in Narnia, you know.
Narnia, yes. Narnia Institute of Inner Wellness.
Yeah, you just think that it's the whole another world, and it's so interesting. It's, I don't know, at least even if you don't want to learn yoga,
Yeah.
coming here and seeing what it is, it's so unique. I don't know how
Yes.
can you miss this in your life?
Come click a selfie with Adi Yogi.
Yeah.
At least come and click a selfie.
Actually, in the beginning, we should have said we are three of us.
Yeah. Yes. It's photo bombing us, not like video bombing.
Yeah. He's there in the background. So yeah, you can look up the US Isha Yoga Center or India Isha Yoga Center. I love both, so I'm just traveling whenever I can to both places. Yeah.
Great, Akka. So how can the viewers, other aspiring model to supermodels and other runners contact you? Instagram or
Okay,
something?
yeah. So there will be my Instagram somewhere here or somewhere in the description here. Yes, and you can of course message me, and I will answer your questions if you're interested. And also questions regarding inner engineering or Isha Yoga if you're interested. I'm happy and open.
Now is
Yeah.
the most important part of the video. You have to tell other supermodels to subscribe to my channel. Yeah.
Okay, so supermodels, if you're watching this,
Yes.
subscribe to this channel.
Yes. Best channel, better than Fashion TV.
Yes, this channel will offer a lot of very useful insights. Yeah.
So thank you.
Yes.
Namaskar.
Thank you.